The task, I think, for us is to be able to seduce customer with different watches. Everybody has a different taste. So for me, it was very important really to build up the design of every watch, so it should be a little bit different, but also in terms of price. And that's also very important to maintain a certain entry price until the highest complication. For 2013, we have been able to focus on that because we also have some new tools. One of them, which is very useful, is also to know what is the sellout of the retailers. That allows me to know exactly what are the pieces that customers are really willing to buy. And the second tool, which is certainly the best one, is to be able to travel. And that's what I do very often. I travel around the world, I talk with the retailers, I talk with the final client to have this feeling about the market. And you know, maybe the most difficult part for me is to choose the pieces who should be the run out of 2013. The demand is now increasing for the complication. And one of the, for example, for Patek, one of the top leaders is the annual calendar. So the price also is slightly different. You know, we are talking about half a price of a perpetual calendar. This is really the trend. People are willing to have a little more complicated watches and useful also complication. Useful means, for example, to have a travel time. A lot of people are traveling, and it's quite useful to have a watch which will give you the local time and also your hometown time. This is, for example, what I use myself when I travel. I decided really this year to rebuild the collection, one of the pieces of the collection, who was called Calatrava. Calatrava is a very nice line, but I have seen that those watches started to be not young anymore, if I may say so. And I decided to rebuild a watch who should match the wrist of the son and the father. And that was a challenge to say, okay, which watch could seduce those two generations? This is the reference that we have here, who is called 5227. The base, if you want, from the Calatrava is this reference. We call it 5119. This is a typically very nice watch, but I believe this is not for somebody who is 30 years old. I think it's very nice, it's a very sober, and I decided to work on a stronger case, slightly bigger also. This one is 39 millimeter, and the look still look very classical. I made it readable because I strongly believe today you still have to have a watch which is readable. And also I added, for example, if you see on the lugs, there's some curved shape, whereas like small design, but who makes it slightly more aggressive. And the beauty with this watch was to show to the world also the craftsmanship of Patek Philippe making cases. And the beauty is that even when you don't see it, you have a double back with a very nice automatic movement inside. So I try really to show to everybody that Patek Philippe is very talented with movement, but also very talented by making a case that nobody else can do. That's for sure. To be able to realize such a case, one is easy. To realize it in production for her collection, this is a skill of a real watchmaker. So that's really my favorite watch for me. It's a magical case, you don't even see it, and that's what I appreciated. It took me 2 years to realize this watch, 45 prototypes, and I was never happy until now. So I postponed the watch for 2 years before I presented to Basel. So even if I lost maybe, yes, I lost certainly money, if I may say so, during 2 years, but it doesn't matter, because today I gain a lot of credibility by presenting this watch. And that's what I believe we should always do with Patek.